What's going on, gamers out there? Gamer93 here, and welcome to episode 6 of the No Cook, No Waiter Challenge on Restaurant Tycoon 3. Now, obviously, though, like, if I don't say the outro, though, and I'm in the middle of, like, making dishes, though, I have to continue, with the next episode, though. That's just the way I have to do these challenges, unfortunately. It's the only way for me to do these challenges, unfortunately. So they all want dessert, though, which is actually good, though. And then I'm gonna wait for and then I'm gonna sell, like, to give them those desserts, though. And then and then see if these guys want their desserts too, though. But I'm gonna hold off, though, on that, actually, though, for a bit. Until I actually can, like, make sure that these guys can give me the other thing I need, though. Now let's go to the menu. No, I said menu. Upgrades. Okay. So, I need to get another starter dish and I need to get another dessert. So, yeah. You know, I was gonna claim you for right now, though, to be honest, though. Please don't get a starter dish. Nope. Only dessert and main. I guess I'll get the muffin then. Now I need to collect 5 dishes now, though. Oh, jeez. It's like someone is, like, leaving and joining and whatnot, though. Which always causes my games to lag, though. I'm not gonna lie. Why, though? But I'm going to get used to it. Now, this time, though, what I need to do, though, is I need to make sure I do the outro, though, of course. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's right, I forgot I closed down my restaurant. Duh. Hold on, let me open it up again. There we go. Now, obviously, though, I'm on day 27 right now, though. Now, obviously, though, I don't have a spot for bathrooms yet, though. Because the bathrooms are going to be in, like, the back of the restaurant, though. That's where the bathrooms are going to be. Nice. So now what I need to do, though, is I'm going to head over to build. I'm going to sell this part, though, and then get new flooring in, though. Which I'm going to do is the $25 one, though. Have a nice, good brick path. There we go, though. Perfect. Oh, wow, hello there. There we go. Okay. So now, here's what I'm going to do, though. What I'm going to need to do, though, like I said, I'm going to need to purchase 2 more of these on that side, because what I want to kind of do is I want to kind of mirror, like, this side and that side, though, in the front, though. Though, to be honest. And they went straight for main courses, though. So I'm going to need to start with the main courses then. And then just do their appetizers next, though. Yep, I knew it. These are the guys these are like the first group, though, that I got, though, today, that actually wanted starters. That they actually did not want starters, though. The first episode, though. And I'm in shock, though. And also my feet are freezing, though, as well, though. So I'm going to do the same thing as before, though. To make the appetizers first, though. And then collect all the dishes, though, once they're all done with their main courses, though. Now here's some nachos. Which I actually thought the nachos was actually a main course, though. I forgot. They're not a main course. There we go. Good thing I got the waiter cart. So it can help me out, though. But now, like I said, though, what I'm going to need to do, though, like I said, is I'm going to need to... Okay, so now that I have this down, though, I want to make sure that... Okay, so here's what I want to make sure, though. That I get... Well, I get a starter dish, though. Okay, so first things first, though, is I gotta make a starter dish, though. I gotta get another starter dish and another... Well, actually, I just gotta get another starter dish, though. That's really it. Now, obviously, though, what I could... Now, since these are, like, in, like, the dead center, though... Oh, wait, there are different tables for these. These, actually. I thought they're all the same table. I guess not. Hmm. There we go, though. There we go. Nice. So then, now obviously though, I'm going to claim your dishes though, and see if you guys want dessert. Because if you guys want dessert though, then I'll just send you guys on your way. Yes, they do want dessert. So what I'm going to do next though, is I'm actually going to send these guys out first though, before I claim any of those dishes over there. To see if I can try to get another starter dish though. But I don't think I can get another starter dish though, to be honest. I don't think. Because I think I'm out of American starter dishes, to be honest, though. I don't know for sure, though, but if I am, then I am. If I'm not, then I'm not. Oh, well, then. You know what, screw it. Do I have no starter? Nope, I only get desserts and main courses. So, let's get the apple pie, then. And you see 5 customer groups now, though. Now, I just have to see which way these guys take the exit, though. That can actually help me determine on where I actually need to do this, though, you know? This can go right there. Oh, I got a rude customer now. I have to listen to his complaint, unfortunately. Okay, so they both go out that way. Noted. So with the cheesesteak first. Now, I'm gonna need to start running, though, if I'm gonna get rude customers, though, to be honest. Oh dear, I'm lagging. Not bad. Could be better, but it isn't. But hey, I'll still take $95. I'll still take $75. So what I need to do is I just need to get 2 more tables, though, and that's really it. Yeah, poutine, the Christmas dinner, noted. So I'm going to then grab those dishes from over there. And see if they also want dessert, though, to be honest. Oh, they don't want dessert, they just left. Left me a $6 tip. Not something I was expecting, though, but I'll take it. Now, what I'm going to do though is I'm going to need to hold off on collecting those dishes right there though. So I need to see 2 more customer groups though, and I don't want to get their entrees mixed up with these guys though, to be honest. And I only have, and since these guys are already on their entrees though, and there's only 2 people sitting at that table, it's going to make my life 10 times easier on me, you know? But something I just realized though is this. Of this though, to be honest. Okay, so here's the plan though. Once these guys leave though, and I get like another customer area though. Now, something I just realized though is this though is I'm gonna need to expand out that way too though. Which I know is gonna take me a while to do though. Well, not too much of a while though, because I only need $32 more in game just so I can actually get access to the next area. Just so I can get to like back here though, you know? Yeah. But like I said though, what I'm going to do though is here's what I'm actually going to do though. $50, not bad. But like I said though, so let me close down my restaurant real quick though, just so I can make this. Oh wait, nope. Reopen it. There we go. Now when I see these guys down though, what I need to do though is now I'm going to need to see 1 more group though. Whoa, dear lag. So now that I figured out how to place these tables now, I just need to do 5 furniture items now. But I just realized that now they're going to be on their entrees. Or main courses now. I'm on day 28 now. Just like, oh wow, I gotta make a lot more now. I am gonna need to find my slippers though, because of how bad my feet are cold. Okay, I found 1 slipper. I just need to find my 2nd slipper. Because of how bad my feet are freezing. And there it is. Okay, good. I found my other slipper. Thank goodness. So I don't want to have to deal with cold feet right now, though. Because dealing with cold feet, though, is a pain in the butt, in my opinion. There we go. Now I'm going to start off making the entrees. Now, what I could do, though, is I could actually buy specific decorations, though. But when I want to do those, I actually want to get up and, like, save up enough money, though, to where I don't really need, like, a whole lot of, like, money, though, to get, like, some of the good upgrades, though, you know? And now that I technically know exactly, though, like, how to actually, like, do this now. Okay, I gotta make the cheesesteak first. I almost said cheesecake. Wow, where's my brain right now? I guess not available. No, I guess I'm still a little sleepy, I guess, though, but I don't know. Now, obviously, though, what I'm going to do, though, is this. Once I get enough money, though, to where I can actually get that extension over there. So, what I could do, though, is I could actually stick the bathrooms over there, to be honest, though. I could do that actually though, but then it's gonna take up a lot more time though, you know? So what I need to do though is this though. I could get the back though, or I could get the right next. But what I'm actually gonna get though is the spawn rate. I'm gonna get the spawn rate. No, actually no. I want to get the level 3 kitchen next though, to be honest. No, because the level 3 kitchen though is gonna make my life 10 times easier though, for when I get more customers, you know? Okay. There we go though. Nice. You're done. Because when I want to do those, I want to get like the fastest ovens though, but I also want to like increase the size of this though as well though. So here's my plan though. Here's my plan. So here's a bit of my plan though. For when I upgrade next though. So when I upgrade next though, what I'm gonna need to do those, I'm gonna need to actually though, what I'm actually gonna need to do those is this. So I'm gonna give you that stuff though, then I'll serve out the apple pie. There we go. Because what I'm going to need to do next, though, is I'm going to need to upgrade this stuff next, though. So what I'm going to need to do, though, is I'm going to need to actually purchase the, things, though. Now, here's what I'm going to need to do, though. What I'm actually going to need to do, though, I need to go to here. So, and I'm going to actually need to change this, though. So we're going to 3's Challenge Cafe. Confirm. There we go. There we go, though. Okay, so now so let me just take a look at the name, though. There we go. Garmin 93's Challenge Cafe. This is where this is where I do the challenges, though. And look at the Grinch, though. He's just staring at me menacingly. So what I'm going to need to do, though, is yes, I will need to eventually upgrade, though, but what I want to do, though, is I actually want to expand outwards as well, though. So given that total, though, so here's what I want to do next, though, is I want to make sure I have enough money, though, to upgrade, though, as well, though. Not only get, more pieces of furniture, though, but I'm going to need to, not only do that, though, but I need to place down walls, though, as well, though. But before I place down any of the walls, what I need to do, though, is this. Oh, they went on. Oh, these guys are going straight for the entrees. So we're going to make the entrees real quick. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the entrees real quick though, and then once I make, and this will be like my last group though, until I do some upgrading. Now, obviously though, what I'm gonna need to do though is this. What I cannot do though is I cannot get rid of the stoves though when I get the next upgrade though. So here's the plan though. The plan is to actually expand though. But what I want to first do, though, is before I do expand... So 2 Caesar salads and onion rings. Noted. Oh my goodness, I'm making both Caesar salads and the onion rings in that specific order? No shot. There we go. Now, since these two already had their entrees, though, these guys are still working up on their appetizers, though. So I'm going to send these guys, I'm going to get these, see if these guys want desserts, though. Because what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to then, once like, okay, so I'm going to deal with your guys' desserts first, though. And then I'm going to get 2 more customer groups in. And then once I get the last 2 customer groups in, though, is when I'll close down the restaurant, though. Because what I want to do, though, is I kind of want to, like, have, like, to where, since I just did the appetizer for those guys, though. What I want to do is I want to get 2 customer groups, though, to where they both want appetizers. If one of them wants entrees, though, and one of them wants appetizers, I want to do the appetizers one first, though. It's just going to make my life easier on myself, you know? There we go. So, now what I could do, though, is I could actually purchase the next area, though. But I'm not going to do that yet. There's a reason why, though. Because what I want to do is I actually want to make sure that, for right now, I want to make sure that I don't have a table right here just yet, though. And what I want to do... So, I'll grab that, and I'll grab that. And then I want to get, like, 2 more... Now, as you can see, though, what I want to do, though, is this. What I want to do, though, is I want to make sure I have, like, a decent, like, thing in here, though, you know? But the thing is, though, what I want to do, though, is I kind of want to make it look, like, unique, though. And something that I think would bring a whole lot of attention, though, you know? In my opinion. So let me just hit over here, though. And I'll give this dude a like. Oh, whoops. Hold on. I didn't realize you can gift game passes. Okay, they want entrees. Okay, so those guys want entrees. I'll then clean up your dishes real quick. And then what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to see if you guys want appetizers, though. Or you guys are going straight to entrees. Oh goodness, 2, 3, 4 again? Are you kidding me? Okay, only one starter dish, which is good. Okay, I'll start making the entrees real quick. Yeah, making the entrees first, though, like right now, though, it's gonna make my life 10 times easier. So now, once I'm done with making all these entrees, though, I can then actually close down my restaurant, though, so I can do some upgrading, you know? And perfect, okay. So now let's close down the restaurant. There we go. Well, let me just serve at least 3 of these real quick, though. There we go. So then I can make the last 3 dishes, though, as well, though. Oh, goodness, I have so many freaking burritos. There we go. Nice. And then do the burritos next. Then I'll do everything else next. There we go, though. Nice. Okay. So, now everybody's getting their entrees. And what I'm now going to need to do, though, is now I'm going to need to expand out over there next. Rather than instead of just doing this one, or even this one, right here, the card payments. So, I will eventually do the card payments at some point, though, just not right now. I'd rather, like, expand over there first. Oh, no, you just left. Okay, good. So that means I only have to do 4 desserts, which is actually good. Oh, you know, it's a $12 tip. Nice. Cheesecake and 2 frozen yogurts and the Yule roll. Because what I plan on doing, though, is this. I actually plan on moving the kitchen from here to over there. I do plan on doing that, though, but the problem is I won't have enough money to do such, though. Because what I'm going to need to do, though, is I'm going to need to make like a giant area, though, for the kitchen. I'm going to make that area empty. And then, well, but then I realized something. Though. So, what I'm going to stick in the entryway, though, I don't know. What I'm going to stick in the entryway, to be honest. Okay, let's go to upgrades. Let's then get the right expansion. Let's make it just an empty room. Nice. Now, let's go to build mode. Let's sell all of this stuff. Perfect. Okay. Then I'm going to head down to floor. We're going to do this type of floor. So I'm going to start from the back corner. We're going to go over to here, down to here, to over here. I'm going to connect. Oh. Huh. Looks like one of my friends actually just joined. So it looks like I'm going to end this episode here, guys. So guys, make sure you smack that like button. If you do plan on subscribing, definitely your choice. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss another Diamond 93 episode. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.